Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I made Hwanwoong's outfit from his collab stage with the boys. So in Road to Kingdom, oneus and the boys had a collab stage and I wanted to make K-pop outfits, and Hwanwoong's jacket really was so nice that I wanted to make it myself. So here we go, enjoy! The materials you see in this picture are the materials that I used for. I'm not sure which materials I used. So first of all, I had to draw the patterns and make them fit to my body. So what I did, I went online and looked for a pattern for a jacket, but apparently that pattern was really whack. The sleeves didn't really fit. I tried to make it on a cheap piece of fabric and I made a jacket. Honestly, it looked so weird. So I had to redraw everything. So the whole sleeve you see is redrawn. I made it long enough for my arms since I have long arms. And also this piece, what you see right now, what you saw was a front piece. I also had to redo that. The only thing I took from the jacket was the armhole. Here is the big piece of paper that I used for it. It really was a struggle to redraw it, but I managed to. And here is the example. The sleeve didn't fit into the armhole, so I decided to redraw the whole arm and make it fit. Yeah, as you can see here, this sleeve did work. It was a sleeve I made with my self-drawn pattern, and that one did work. So I knew that the armhole was okay and that the sleeve also was long enough. And here another sneak preview of the fabrics. So this is what I used, and here you see me, well, I pinned the fabric onto, or the paper onto the fabric so I could cut it out. And here you see it on the white fabric. It really is a lot of work to do that. And right here you see all the materials that I cut out. I have the details, sleeves, also the inside I made of that like shiny, smooth stuff. Really not recommended. So I used double of all the materials because the material I used was kind of thin. So I used double of everything so that it was a bit more thicker and a bit more warm. So yeah, here's everything I cut out. And here I already made a sleeve and made what that is. I don't really know how to call it. But here is the sleeve, and here you see like the border I made. And here is the red sleeve. It's not yet made. I have here a few details for the border of the sleeve. And you see that it will be looking like that. It's not looking professional. When I showed it to my mom said like, no, next time you should do it differently. And she explained how I should do it. So for the next time. So here you see the details made onto the sleeve. And also the detail made onto the front because I wanted to use the same. Oh no, well, it's still the sleeve. Oh yeah, right. So I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So you have to fold the sleeve in order to, well, make it a hole. So you saw just the whole big bit. Here's the first detail. I really don't know, like a sword belt like thing, but I really don't know how to call it. But that's how I made it. It is supposed to go from the white side across the back to the front. And here is also a piece of the front. Here are more details and the back pieces. So here are the two finished sleeves. So it's a red and white jacket. I have one white sleeve now and one red sleeve. The sleeves are fairly easy to do since it's just big pieces of fabric, and I only had to put on the details and just make it a whole sleeve, so that was easy enough. And here you see the details and the sleeves that I made. You see all the details. It really took me a long time to make those because the details are like 1 centimeter wide, so that's very small, and I had to fold the insides together so that you won't see the ugly sides when you put it onto the jacket. So that really took a long time, and I'm very proud of what I put out there. And we will continue now with making the details onto the front of. So I'm sewing here hands-free, sort of. I am not good enough to film and sew at the same time, and I don't have a stand thing, how do you call that? A tripod for my phone to film. So we just skip to this side. Here you see what I finished.
Ja, je hebt zeg maar hier zo een rit natuurlijk. En eigenlijk is het mooiste als je dit natuurlijk zo omvouwt en vastmaakt. Maar dit stukje is super dik. En het naaimachine komt hier gewoon niet doorheen. Dus zal ik gewoon scheid hebben en dit zo doen en dan afknippen. Dat je gewoon zo een randje hebt achter de rit. Want dit rafelt niet, dit spul. Dus dan heb je gewoon hier zo'n randje. Zal ik dat doen of zal ik het wel gewoon vouwen en het dan maar met de hand of zo vastmaken in het begin? Iedere keer.
And here you see me sewing that stuff onto the inside. And here's the finished product. Versus how it looks on me. I really had a great time doing this. It was really hard. It took a long time. But I am very glad that I did this. I hope you enjoyed it. And feel free to ask me anything about how I made this jacket in the comment sections or on my Instagram. I am more than willing to share my patterns and to share how exactly I made all the details and how I made the jacket. Yes, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.